Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, 25th of August 2026. Let's go through my watch list and see how we're going to trade all these stocks. We'll look at the 5-minute time frame for some day trades, the 4-hour time frame to see what we need to hold these stocks overnight into Wednesday morning tomorrow for pre-market, and then also look at the daily time frame to see if any good swing trades are presenting to us. So we start here in NCPL. So looking at the 5-minute time frame here, I can see a really clear and obvious setup of 0.85. There's an unclear setup over 0.7. And basically that's because we've kind of already broken over 0.7 here and didn't really follow through too much. We're up to 0.745. So this sort of thing I look at. So it's gone up 6% really from the resistance line. So there's not really too strong a relation between this stock and 0.7 really. As only when it broke it, it ran up 6%, which isn't really too much. So maybe 0.85 will have a stronger relation with this stock. But again, between 11 and 1 p.m. Eastern time, you can't really expect stocks to run either too much. Typically, it's the lunch hour. Well, for me, lunch hours, 2 hours between 11 and 1 I just don't trade because less volume, and less volume means less reliable moves like this break of 0.7 here. And yeah, you expect stocks to run less, so that's also something to add into it. But I like it over 0.85. We've never broken over 0.85 before, so 0.85 must be a really strong resistance. And yeah, 1 minute criminal close over 0.85 or a 2-3% push over 0.85. We see this run at least 8% from entry, and stop loss can match. Basically a full image breakout against the 1-day resistance of 0.85 above all moving averages, key ones being the ATMA and Bollinger Band Center on the 5-minute time frame. However, though, an adverse effect, if you were to lose 0.5 on this, I would expect it to be done. I wouldn't look to hold it overnight. I'll look for a swing trade or a day trade at all on this. We may break over 0.7 now, guys, and run up. So again, 0.85, keep an eye on that. So this 0.7 is too many discrepancies in this. I'll just wait for the extra confirmation as a breakout and confirmation trader to make sure I have a higher success rate. But yeah, beneath 0.5, if it's failed its Bollinger Band Center retest, 65% more likely to remain beneath the orange line if you lose it. And yeah, losing 0.5 key level, key psychological resistance support, isn't it? So beneath 0.5 wouldn't want to be in this, and it'd be off the watch list. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour green candle close over, let's be honest, 0.6, which looks like it's in the cards. By end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, we'd see this hit 0.85 at some point. So I mean, if you get around 0.65 entry, it's like a 30% target, isn't it? So I'd sell 90% at 0.85 around there. If you get a 4-hour green candle close over 0.6 in this one, I do have a permanent cough, so if you watch the video, it's something you gotta get used to. So yeah, 4-hour green candle close over 0.6, we see this one hit 0.85 on this one. Just simply from a really strong green bullish engulfing candle on a 4-hour, engulfing upon the 200 EMA, 200 MA, 2 thick white lines here, and the 60 EMA down here, super strong. And you expect the next 4-hour candle to continue as well towards 0.85, which is the next key resistance. This one looks good for that continuation. I wouldn't look to hold this more than that. So obviously, if you get the 4-hour candle closed by 1:30 Eastern time today, it could do it by end of today still. You know. So if we're looking for a longer swing trade beyond 0.85, I would wait for a daily candle close over $1 on this because we've got resistance here at 0.92. So I wouldn't just wait for the daily close over 0.85 on this one. Or we'll do this first because if that were to happen, you've got a resistance in between the resistance, if that makes sense. The next resistance is 1, horizontal, but we've got another resistance in between for the 200 EMA, which is the death cross retest, the 200 exponential moving average. And again, if we were to get a daily close over 0.6, we're struggling to build upon this 200 simple moving average here around 0.67, which is a resistance itself, and also 0.7 as well. So too many resistances. As a breakout and confirmation trader, you want to make sure you're buying into stocks with less resistances to keep them going up and up and up without having. It's like if you're running a marathon, there's less obstacles in the way, and there's less resistances in the way, you know, and that's what we want. So this one looks good, and remember, beneath 0.5 is no good. Keep that on watch. AIXI, so I'm really conscious these videos are too long, so we'll try and whiz through. So AIXI, so 5-minute time frame looks okay. You know, it's on the watch list, so it is bullish. There's a lot of trades within this. I can show you AIXI, 207,000 trades within this one, as you can see. So we have access to see how much volume is really in the stock through the Discord. Link in the video description. And yeah, guys, 1 minute candle close over 1.3 or 2-3% push over 1.3 would go and see it run at least 8% from entry for a day trade, and I wouldn't look to day trade it otherwise. And if it loses $1 on this one, I consider this to be done. So I wouldn't look for a day trade to be off the watch list. I wouldn't look to hold it overnight. if it loses the dollar. And you day trades and some 8% stop loss, the stop loss should never outweigh the first target. So make sure you have an 8% stop loss as well. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame then, guys, and see what we need to hold it overnight. I would only hold this stock overnight with a 4-hour green candle close over 1.6, because currently it's just a big red candle rejecting from like 1.6, which is big red equals bearish, just in a simple connotation. And sometimes analysis just has to be that basic. So and we flip that narrative of bearish into bullish with a 4-hour green candle close over 1.6. You know, confirming the close over resistance of 1.6. You'll see us gap up towards the next resistance of 205 from the 20% first target. We're working on 90%, and not only are we breaking the 1.6 horizontal, but breaking the 60 exponential moving average here as well, which we're currently rejecting from as well from the candle body as well, around 1.45. The death cross death cross rejection as it stands, but it won't be a rejection if we get over it, will it? Be a confirmation and push up of higher trend. So yeah, that's what I'll do on that one. And again, beneath $1, it's no good in this one. Also, maybe we can see on the daily time frame a bit more clearly, but there was something I spotted on the 4-hour as well, which wasn't good. Yeah, daily time frame is a bit more clear on that. So I don't like this in the daily because we're currently getting stuck back in the Bollinger Bands. 95% of price action takes place in this navy line here at the top, where my cursor's about to go here, and this navy line here at the bottom. And when we get big explosive moves up, it means it's euphoric, and then we want to do a big breakout. And you know, if we get 25%, it's gone up, which is great. But we've got sucked back into a 95% of comfort. So it's had its little move up, 25%. Now it's felt uncomfortable being there, so it's got drawn back in. So it's really just a pump and dump for now. And I'd wait, to be honest, if we get a 4-hour candle close over 1.6, great. But if we get a daily candle close over 205, that's even better. Because we should hit 205 most definitely. The daily candle close over 1.6. And just again look for 25% first target on that one, to be honest. But yeah, it doesn't look very good as you're getting stuck back in the Bollinger Band, so you can learn more about that link in the description. So it looks okay for a day trade, but I think a swing trade's off the card, to be honest. And if we lose $1, we are done. And let's finish up on PMI. So hopefully this video is not too long. Sorry, 16 minutes yesterday, so sorry about that one. So let's go on the 5-minute time frame. Right then, so this one's super clear and obvious to me. Again, a permanent cough, sorry guys. This one's super clear and obvious to me. Basically a falling wedge breakout against 10 as it stands. We've only just lost $8 around 40 minutes ago. I mean, it's starting to get stronger. $8 as a resistance, but every second we spend beneath 8 is every second 8 will become a stronger resistance. But right now, don't really trust it as in the resistance itself. So focus more on that 10 break for a stronger break. And if you do break over 10, I expect it to release 10% from entry, and again stop loss to match for a day trade. However, if this is 1 p.m. Eastern time onwards and we're still beneath 8, then that's a different story. I'll look for a break of $8 because something like this can happen where we just consolidate and it gets to 1, break over 8, and then rise up at least 8% from entry. So I'd look for if we're beneath $8 by 1 p.m. Eastern time, and we break over 8, I'd look for an 8% first target. But then if we don't break over 10, if we've already broken over 8 before 1 p.m. Eastern time, then I'd look for the 10 break and look for 10% first target, because the stock could be a lot more bullish, obviously, if we're at $10. Obviously, because price is going up and the candles will be larger, and therefore, you know, more traders like you and me will see that, and then expect 10 to be a stronger break because the candles are larger, and then it should follow through harder, if that makes sense. So that's how trading and price action works. Sometimes you get in later to get an extra confirmation of a larger breakout, and not only a higher success rate, but also higher in terms of first target. So that's how it can work sometimes. It's not always about getting in at the bottom, especially with breakout and confirmation trading. You want to make sure your criteria for entry is confirmed and you're getting into a strong breakout. So yeah, and an adverse effect, if you lose 6.5 on this, it's a failed 60 EMA golden cross retest and losing the Bollinger Band bottom. It's going to be a massive shame for the stock because we're going to go all the way down to 5.1. So beneath 6.5 on this, wouldn't want to be in a day trade or a swing trade on this one. Looks no good. However, on this stock, I mean, if 4-hour candle close over 6.5, should see us hit 10, but we've already done that on this candle. So I'd wait for 4-hour candle close over 10 on this one to hold it for longer, and then my first target would be 12.5 from 20% first target. I'd sell 50% there, and we can look at selling 40% higher up on a daily time frame. But yeah, I wouldn't hold this overnight until we get a 4-hour candle close, green candle close over $10 in this one, as the move's already been done, in my opinion. Yeah, guys, it looks. I mean, the daily time frame just tells us we actually do have to sell 90% at 12.5 because once we get a 4-hour candle close over 10, we've got the 60 EMA around 11.3 as an area, 11.2, 11.15 actually reads out here as a resistance itself, and we could probably wick over it most likely towards the next resistance, 12.5. We'll probably reject from there. So we actually don't get any confirmation of a continued breakout and larger trends to build upon. If we do get a 4-hour candle close over 10 on the daily time frame as well to match that daily candle close over 10. So if we do get a 4-hour candle close over 10 and we can hold it overnight, I'll just look for 20% first target, and again stop loss to match. That's simple, guys. But I mean, it's got a higher chance than the other stock because it was not sucked in fully yet to the Bollinger Bands, and we're still above it, so there's a chance of continuing. But I wouldn't hold this overnight until we get a 4-hour candle close over 10. Then I'll look to sell at 12.5, just around the 20% first target. But yeah, it definitely looks like NCPL looks the best one, to be honest. PMI second best, and then third best is AIXI. So hopefully the video wasn't too long, and I'll end it here, guys. So thanks for watching. Check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks, guys, and catch you all later.